Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Roy Miller. Today, we're going to continue our series on free online education, personal branding, and social media. And our subject today is your story and why you need one. Okay, the purpose of your story is to be able to create a connection with other people. You want to connect with other people on a common level, and your story lets you do that. Think of it this way. If you're watching an interview and you're interested in the person they're interviewing, you're sitting there in your own mind thinking, well, I hope they ask them about this. I hope they ask them about that. So you've got to look at it as when people, your story, what do people want to know about you? What do you have that would be a common bond with someone else? I always liked to, there used to be a show on TV called Biography. I used to love to watch that. They interviewed celebrities, business leaders, all different kinds of people. And it was always interesting to me how that these people that were now very successful, how they started out. You know, a lot of them were dirt poor. The journey from where they started out to where they got, that's their story. And it was very interesting. Now, not everybody was dirt poor and all that stuff, but usually in their story, there was always something that you could relate to, even though you weren't a celebrity or you weren't a successful business leader or whatever. There was always something there. And I was always hoping, well, are they going to ask them about this? Are they going to ask them about that? So a couple of them that I remember is Sylvester Stallone. I saw an interview with him, and he was talking about, and this was back in the height of his success and all, and he was talking about how broke he was when he was writing Rocky. He was working all these odd jobs, and he would work several jobs. He'd go home late at night, and he would work on his script. And he worked on a script, and he wrote the script with him in mind, him being Rocky. It was kind of a reflection of his life. So once he got it all written, he would go and start pitching it. Hey, Michelle, thanks for coming. And so he would start pitching his story. And, you know, of course, the studios, no, because he wanted to play Rocky. And they, no, you're not an actor, you know. Well, they offered him $100,000 for this script. And he was broke. He was flat broke. Well, he had maybe $5. And he wouldn't take it. He said, no, if I can't play the part, you can't have the script. Well, they came back. They offered him $150,000. He didn't take it. They came back, offered him $250,000, $500,000. And finally, you know, he wouldn't give up. And they knew it would be a success. So they gave him a shot. He did Rocky. It was a huge hit. He became a big celebrity. And, you know, it was very interesting to see. For him, he knew that was his goal. He knew he could do it, and he didn't give up. Another interesting one I thought was Arnold Schwarzenegger. He came over from Austria, couldn't hardly speak English. He came over here and didn't know anybody. He comes over, and he becomes a bodybuilder. Well, he wants to be the very best bodybuilder he could be. He worked out 8 hours a day in bodybuilding. At night, he would go to school. He was trying to learn English. So he wanted to be an actor. He took acting lessons. He went to school, and he's got a great motivational video out about how many hours in a day. And he slept 4 hours, and he worked towards his goals the rest. It's really a very good interview if you ever get a chance to watch it. But anyway, so he told about his story, and it's incredible the stuff he did, how much effort he put into everything, and how focused he was. And, you know, he says if you'll focus and do what it takes, you can achieve anything. You know, he wanted to be an actor. He became an actor. He was #1 bodybuilder. He wanted to be the governor of California. He was the governor. I mean, everything he wanted to do, he was able to do. So his story is very interesting. And, you know, you may think that, well, you know, I'm a nobody. Nobody's going to care about my story. But believe me, there's people out there that if they know your story, they can relate to you. You may think, well, I'm the only person in this situation. No, you're not. There's thousands of people just like you out there. And they can relate to that story. They've lived it. So your story is very important. Now, two things you need. First of all, you need a 200-word story. that's kind of like your little bio, a little bit about, where you started, where you came from in 200 words, maybe a couple of struggles. If you can get that done, the next thing you need to do is use your experiences and get up to a 2,000 word story. If you have a 2,000 word story about your journey, that's enough to write a book on. Literally, you can write a book if you've got a 2,000 word story. So that's my thing for today. And I'd like to give you, maybe you don't know what to do or how to do it. I'm going to put a link in after this video, and it's a link to a thing called Your Story is Your Money. And that's literally the truth. It's totally free. It'll show you how to get your 200 word story. It'll show you how to get up to your 2,000 word stories. It's kind of like this is like a walkthrough, outline, so to speak. So if you want to write your story, or if you're starting out and you want to be able to make a connection with people, but you're not really sure how to do it, get that 200 word story out there. That will definitely do it. So that's all I've got for today. I hope it was helpful. If you want to get that story, it's free. Do it. It's worth it. I'll leave the link. So that's my talk for today. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be talking about YouTube. So thanks everybody for watching. David, James, Jenny, Michelle, I appreciate it. Until tomorrow, thanks for watching. This is Roy Miller. Bye-bye.